Anime source Tsukimichi, Bullied Fantasy. Hello guys, my name is Ben, and I talk about anime. Guys, I know, my English is so bad, but I hope you understand me. Well, please subscribe to my channel and enjoy watching this video. Let's go. Otherworld's goddess deems Makoto too ugly and banishes him to her world's wasteland, infested with no humans and monsters, giving him only the ability to understand a language. Skelanai intervenes, explaining in Japan Makoto his abilities were restricted by modern life, but in the new world he's quite powerful and free to do whatever he pleases. After wandering the wasteland for 3 days, Makoto saves a young half named Emma from a two-headed wolf monster, which he kills, discovering how strong he now is. Emma explained she was supposed to be sacrificed the goddess Shen to dispel the fog around her village so crops can grow. She takes him to her village, where Makoto begins to learn magic. Makoto decides to destroy Shen, a giant dragon who uses the form to create illusions. Shen traps Makoto inside an illusion of a happy memory, but after examining his other memories, becomes intrigued by his memories of Japan. Makoto breaks the illusion and is surprised when Shen offers to make a contract with him to become his familiar. Makoto agrees as they form a contract with Shen, transforming into a busty samurai girl. Looking forward to what Makoto will do in the future, Makoto discovers Shen is obsessed with his memories of historical dramas and samurai. She teleports Makoto to the alternate dimension where she normally lives, but finds it now resembles Japanese countryside. Makoto informs the orcs he defeats Shen, who offers for the orcs to live in her dimension, which is now ideal for farming. Shen continues watching Makoto's memories, but demands they figure out how to beat the television she can store his memories on. Makoto decides to discover more about his parents from Shikoi. Omi told him were born in this world before moving to Japan. Shen appears with an injured dwarf, explaining their dimension is being attacked by a spider called Black Disaster that is cursed with eternal hunger and consumes everything. Makoto manages to completely obliterate the spider, but collapses as the spider regenerates. Shen tries to intervene, but the spider suddenly declares the extreme violence has satisfied its masochistic hunger, and she is determined to stay with Makoto forever. Shen suggests the spider also form a contract with Mako to gain a human form, and she agrees with Shen performing the ritual. Despite Makoto being unconscious, Makoto awakens and finds he has a new, similarly busty female servant who makes him slightly nervous. The dwarf is revealed to be a bear in an elder dwarf, capable of crafting artifacts, beer, and also movies. Village conditions to mention Shannon, spider requests personal names, so Makoto renames Shen Tamoi after Tamoi goes in and names the spider Mio. Makoto discovers while he was unconscious, Tamoi and Maya went recruiting in his village is now populated by orcs, dwarves, lizards, and spiders. MC Cotter returns to the normal world and finds a human village, but they attack him. Tamoi explains Makoto's magical aura is so strong the humans probably mistook him for a demon lord. Makoto spends months learning the human language and has the dwarves craft items to suppress his aura. Entering the human village, posing as merchants, they register at an adventurous guild. Tamoi and Mio break records by being 4 times as powerful as the next strongest adventurer, while Makoto, due to his suppressed aura, ranks level 1 weaker than a child. Tamoi lures a dragon. She knew Lancer has been killed by an adventurer named Sofia Bova. Makoto notices that price of commodities is unusually high, as that people have begun following them. Tamoi prepares to follow at night, attack on the dragon, while buying food. Makoto and Mio are approached by a young girl. The girl Renan reveals her sister Tao disappeared. Tamoi confronts the Zeus, but kills 3 by accident and captures a force remnant. Catches Tao and Makoto determines from the Zeus memories. Their group are holding her captive, as sends Mio and Tamoya to retrieve her. Makoto is concerned her resembles a girl named Haste or Go Away. He knew in Japan Mayo and Tamoya locate Toya, and her captor Mills Ace, the current strongest adventurer. Renan sneaks away and tells them thieves Makoto his wagon was full of expensive fruit and he has already sold it. The Furious insist she steal Makoto's as gold to pay to his debts. Mills, the Furious secret leader, reveals a demon lord recently approached the city and had a bounty placed on its head, so he wants Moya and Tomoya to help hunt it, not releasing the demon lord with Makoto. Renan decides she can steal from Makoto after he was so May. Even Tomoya defeats Mills, its thieves, and destroy part of the city, competing to see who defeated the most enemies, ran on reunites with Toya, who is identical to his school apart from her hair color. Makoto praises Mio and Tomoya for rescuing Tao, but then violently blasts them back to the wasteland to repent for foolishly destroying the entire human city. Tomoya alters everyone's memories of the world, believes a monster horde destroyed Tetsuya, and its serious guild was destroyed. Makoto must register instead the next closest town. Makoto tricks Tomoya into training alone in the wilderness, while he trails to set with other adventurers. Mia and Makoto kill many monsters, which stole harvest for valuable parts, including rare ruby eye sands, rare registarian, and Makoto celebrities with adventurers. Lucy, the elven archer, Hazel, the human alchemist, and ran into the dwarf priest knight. Makoto decides to sell the ruby eyes to the Rembrandt trading company. What is worn by Tao, rebranding, has a bad reputation. Returning to his village, Emma reports of their progress. The Aloha settling in the mountains. The dwarves have begun constructing buildings, and the Miss Lizard clearing farmland. While the orcs had begun constructing Makoto a castle, Makoto warrior Tomo has begun a long time. Makoto is given a merchant's outfit by the dwarves to further surprise his aura, but his magic is too powerful and destroys the outfit. Makoto discovers magical ingredients grow. It's a demi-plane, are more potent than normal. Makoto takes the ruby eyes to Rembrandt and finds the manager difficult to deal with. The manager Patrick Rembrandt is dismissive until he sees the ruby eyes and apologizes. He happily reveals the eyes make Ambrosia short for his wife and daughters, cursed by a witch. Makoto goes to register as a merchant and passes a written exam easily, and it's a battle middle school mathematics. The second test is to gather for dangerous items, but he takes advantage of a rule, so you can substitute item of equal value, and chooses the ruby ends. Macaulay returns to the drama plane, where he plans to set up a hidden portal to trick traveling merchants into thinking the demon plane is a hidden city trade for demon plane items, and then return home, creating a demand for demon plane products. Locating Tomoya with Maya, Makoto realizes Maya has become addicted to his memories of anime and children's cartoons. Tomoya and Maya are confused when Makoto chooses to sleep alone, rather than pick one of them to decide, then must come up with a seduction plan. Hazel agrees to Makoto. His request to help brew the ambrosia. An adventurer watches Makoto and decides to gather as many adventurers as he can stop whatever Patrick is doing with Makoto. Patrick secretly has a witch doctor who Christie's family killed. Hazel brews the ambrosia. Makoto is able to restrain Patrick's wife, Lisa, who has become a monster. In Patrick's excessively administers the ambrosia using this method. They also cure Patrick's daughters. Makoto returns to Tomoya and Miyu, but they are attacked by the adventure Line, Latte, and his numerous allies. After defeating all 200 enemies, Lion claims he only wanted to sleep and cures put on Lisa and her daughters as a revenge for Patrick, creating adventurers who displace him, finding further work, many of who later die, on quest too dangerous for them to handle, and has no idea why the witch doctor actually cures them into monsters. Lin apologizes to Patrick, who decides to let him live, and Lin returns from adventuring. Tomoya, who had seen in Lim's memories that he sends his wages to the orphanage where he grew up, gives him a katana forged by the dwarves and hires him to spy for her. Meanwhile, despite his gratitude to Makoto, Patrick considers what to do about Makoto, starting a competing trading company, returning to the demon plane. Emma informs Makoto yet another problem has arisen for the warriors in Makoto village are depressed after training, and Makoto learns it is his fault, as during training he overwhelms them, so completely they lose their self-confidence. He also realizes the warrior species don't train with each other. Makoto, Maya, and Tomoya register as adventurers and are immediately asked to train an adventure to replace Lin Lethal. Makoto chooses Tao and asks Tomoya to train her, though Tomoya is troubled, as she knows Tao resembles the girl from Japan, and warriors Makoto misses her former life. Tomoya puts Tao and her team through a brutal training regime, then tests their new abilities by ordering them to defeat a nest of 100 monsters, proving them the strongest adventuring team. Makoto decides to collect ambrosia flowers, the flowers eaten by the ruby ants, that makes their eyes valuable. He also decides to rent shop space from Patrick, who realizes Makoto wants to rent as buying would bring him to the attention of the Sage Kingdom, who would ask him to spy on Patrick, which Makoto does not want to do. Patrick agrees to arrange a shop space for Makoto in a natural city, not allied to any kingdom. The village throws a party to celebrate. Makoto opens his trading company. Account reveals they have located ambrosia flowers in the outside world, but decided not to harvest any, as they are protected by elves. Maya and Tomoya sends Makoto down repeatedly during archery training. Tomoya deduces when Makoto clears his mind to focus on the target. He unintentionally merges with the environment and dies for a split second, which feels to Tomoya and Mio, but he is committed suicide. This is causes mana to increase to god level. If it continues, the goddess who banished him to the wasteland will see him as a rival and try to kill him. The caller returns to the human world and is approached by a prostitute, so he's dragged away by the furious Mayon and Tomoya. They declare they are tired of waiting for him to grow up and will have sex with him immediately. Makoto panics and flees through a portal. The doors forge more powerful mana, suppressing equipment. Maya apologizes for her and Thomas' behavior, so Makoto invites her to help negotiate with the elves. Other adventurers also appear to steal a flower, one of whom is a prostitute, and causes the elves to attack immediately. Makoto teleports the adventurers to the demo plan, then makes peace with the elves. Aqua Aries, Makoto meets an older story, and other elders know the story. Sana Dano is angry. The barrier protecting the forest is waking. Makoto meets Aqua and Iris. Master Mondo, a powerful warrior. Maya suspects Mondo is possessed and overhears a telepathic conversation between a donor and an unknown person about demons. Later, a spirit frees itself from Mondo's body and drains the life from a donor, killing him for associating with demons. Makoto identifies it is a leak and captures it. Tomoya reveals she was a dragon, creating the barrier at Jastoria's request. Many years ago, the leak explains he accidentally became the leak while trying to become a grunt, a human that can freely travel between alternate worlds of a god. Tomoya reveals he has the one way round. Grunts aren't humans who can travel. They are normal humans who accidentally travel it, and Sir earned the title of Grant, realizing he has wasted his entire life on an impossible goal. The link happily accepts Tomoya's suggestion of forming a contract with Makoto and teaching him about magic. The adventurers decide to escape the demon plane. Forming a contract returns the lake from a skeleton to a young and attractive man. A magical explosion occurs in the village, causing Tomoya to collapse. Makoto and Lake are able to heal the injured. Makoto realizes the explosion forces open the portal to the outside world. Examining the memories fragments of the prostitute, Makoto sees that she and her comrades attempted to steal magic items, and when guards intervened, one of the rings full of Makoto magic exploded, killing Thomas' child fragment and an orc. Makoto follows and coldly kills the prostitute. In revenge after the funerals, Makoto learns from Lignau named Shiki. He was able to see the prostitute's memory, because memory viewing is one of topmost powers. As sign they trust each other implicitly, but this makes Maid jealous. Makoto orders walls constructed so that any adventurers who visit the demon plane to trade are kept separate from the village itself. Makoto visits Patrick, who has enraged Makoto shop space in the natural town of Rockstar Academy. Makoto hopes to visit the academy to learn more about the world, the goddess and humans, as he may be gone a considerable time. He takes only Shiki with him and gives Maya and Tomoya some more memories as a gift. As they prepare to teleport, the goddess suddenly locates Makoto and tampers with this teleportation, sending him to a distant battlefield, where two demon warriors attack him and sever two of his fingers. The two reveal they are Sophia Bolker and Mizuki, the strongest adventurer in the world, and the superior dragon became famous for supposedly killing. They explain they have joined the demon army to destroy humanity. Makoto removes all his mana, surprising equipment, overwhelming Mizevi with his magic, and shattering Sophia's legendary sword. Makoto manages to teleport away, leaving miserable and Sophia alive. Who squares revenge? Patrick receives word of the army's destruction by a powerful mage, but doesn't realize it was Makoto. Shiki believes the goddess used Makoto to destroy the army and maybe watching them. Tomoya reveals she created another fragment named Kamo using Makoto mana from a discarded ring, and Maya is furious when Kamo calls Makoto Papa. Makoto finally opens his shop, which is an instant success, and learns after he teleported away the demon, a human armies did massive massive damage to each other, and that two other goddess summon heroes took part in the battle. The village throws a feast to celebrate Makoto Sharp, and he decides his future looks bright. But the feast is interrupted by another fight between Mia and Tomoya, causing Makoto to change his mind that his immediately future is quite annoying. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please subscribe to my channel. Well, you have been with you. See you later. Bye bye.